it's your boy Katori Walker. Go check out my Ignorance EP.
Don't plug his shit.
Don't plug, plug my shit. That's one. And this is Homegrown Radio.
Yeah. All right, look, we back at it. Homegrown Radio, Chuck Dizzle.
DJ HED.
That's right, man. We are back once again. This show is always brought to you by the homegrownradio.net network.
Yeah.
All the shows that's on there. Shouts out to y'all for holding this down every single week. Multiple shows, all that. Check out homegrownradio.net to see the plug, the whole squad, all that, man. I gotta start off by shouting out a couple of folks, man. Like, we've been telling people to show up and show out on the, not only on the Instagram page, but on the SoundCloud, the YouTube, and you guys are really like showing support, man. We really fuck with that. Like, gotta say what's up to K Unknown on YouTube, Chandra Graves on YouTube, Fadio Bobby on YouTube, all leaving comments and like really consuming this content. It's crazy. Like, you know, we've been doing this for a minute and people are going back and looking at archive shows, like shows from years back, you know, and it's just dope to kind of see these people actually finally tuning in to what's going on over here.
You know what's interesting is I every time I go look at the comments and stuff like that, and shout out to everybody that's starting to comment on the SoundCloud too.
Yeah, one time.
I go back and I look at the comment, I'm like, damn, people really listening to us. Like back. A lot of people.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
Nah,
you know, I appreciate it because I don't really be saying too much of nothing.
Well, yeah, that's true. I'm glad you acknowledge that.
You know what I'm saying?
You'll be saying shit. Nah. Shouts out to everybody that I said just showing support and showing love. And man, there's been a lot of shit that's been going on this week. Like, just in hip hop alone, like crazy. First of all, I want to see if you knew what this was, because I sure the fuck don't, and I still kind of don't. And maybe we can get, you know, some folks that can explain exactly the significance. I know the significance of it, but I don't know exactly what it is prior to this. But Kendrick got a Pulitzer award.
Pulitzer?
Is it a
let me help you.
Pulitzer?
Let me help your stupid ass.
Go ahead.
Pulitzer.
Okay, well, whatever.
Pulitzer Prize.
Pulitzer Prize. Did you know what that was before he got it?
Yes.
What was it? What is it?
I fancy myself an
well, break it down. What is it?
A Pulitzer Prize is something for distinguished, esteemed motherfuckers. You'll never have one.
Shut the fuck up. You just finessed that shit. Like, you don't know what the fuck that is. You read an article, and
at least I read the article. You said Pulitzer
because I noticed a lot. Shout out to the plug up in here. She was over at Northridge last week, and we talked to the students. And she came over here. She's out in the crowd.
Shout out to her.
Do you know what a Pulitzer Award is?
I don't.
She does not know what a Pulitzer Award. Exactly.
Pulitzer
She can't
Prize.
even say it. A Pulitzer Prize.
Pulitzer.
Fuzzy.
Pulitzer.
Shouts to Fuzzy in the building. He's back. Go to check out that episode with Fuzzy. You know what I'm saying? Drop some real gems. Fuzzy, you know what a Pulitzer? Yeah.
It's like for literature, film, speech. It's like music, and this is the first hip hop one.
Yeah, now that's dope. But did you know about it prior to?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were
almost said it was a Nobel Peace
exactly.
Prize, but it ain't that.
Exactly.
Keep it 100, but I heard of it before.
He's from Compton. There we go, people. Now, shouts out to Kendrick. He got one, and it's a big deal because.
What city are you from? Chuck Dizzle?
I'm from Carson.
Okay, I'm from Carson. You let somebody from Compton come in here and outshine you in your show.
Hey, man. Hey, shit happens.
That's some bullshit.
Shit happens. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Stupid ass.
But stupid ass. Get this nigga out of here, man. But no, it's the first time that somebody, obviously in hip hop, is got this prize, and I think it's dope, man. And it's putting a lot of people on what that prize is all about.
I think Top finessed that shit.
You think so?
I don't know, dog.
He dropped off a bag or what?
Top be up to some shit. You know what I'm saying? No, I think Kendrick earned it.
Of course.
Fair and square.
Yeah.
But it just shit came out of nowhere.
Oh, it came at the perfect timing.
It came out of nowhere.
It came at the perfect time. The championship tour, it's on the way.
Yeah,
it's the perfect time for that. You know what I'm saying?
Top, dog.
Hey, man, whether I don't think he finessed that. I gotta close. I said because we over here in Inglewood, man. You never know what's gonna go down. I close this motherfucker. Whether it was finessed or not, I think it's definitely deserving of him, and it's just dope to see something that's completely different in hip hop being the realm of in a world that it wasn't before. You know what I'm saying? Is that my shit too?
Yeah, that's your shit.
Fucking up today. God damn.
Lupe literally said, "Are you guys ready?"
No,
phones on silent.
You didn't say phones on silent, did you?
Yes, you did.
Damn, I'm fucking
See,
up.
you tune women out because you sexist.
What? No, that is not. Wow. Is that what's going on right now? Going for the clickbait early. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the clip, Tomas.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Here we go again. All right. Well,
Anyway, I want to talk about something. I've been going fucking crazy. Okay, I've been hella busy, and I don't want to get into that logic shit where people are like, "Whoa, it's me. I'm so on that I can't handle it." But I literally got a video.
Wow.
What? No, I'm
Continue.
talking about that's logic. That's not me.
Bow. Keep going. Continue.
Oh my gosh.
Every
So
day,
anyway-
yay.
So anyway, I get a video from my mom, dog, and she laying in a hospital bed, right?
What the fuck?
I'm at the morning show, right? She,
Yeah.
she all right, everything is cool.
Okay, good.
But she laying in a hospital bed. She's like, "Hey, son, just want to tell you, I'm about to start my procedure, and I love you, and this and that." I'm like, "What the fuck
is going
So
on?
I step out of the morning show shit.
Yeah.
I call my mom, like, "What the?" I almost cussed at her. I'm like, "What's going on, ma?" She's like, "Well, I'm having a thing." She's having basically they run a test on her uterus and all this kind of shit, right? Why did I not know that? I'm like, Mom, why would you not tell me
that's
that you
kinda
having a
important.
procedure?
That's
She
important.
said, I was going to tell you, but you never called me back.
Oh, damn. How'd that feel?
I'm like, fuck.
So you,
I was like,
you
I
running,
felt like shit,
You
dog.
running this rat race. You forgetting about the important shit,
Bro,
dog.
I'm so-
you need to be reading some of the. You got to read some of the shit that I'll be posting on my page.
Fuck your page.
some of the motivational, inspirational shit, man. Because I think you could definitely use some of those tips, man. I think you go through the rat race of life so much. Oh, never not working, man. We been
Are you making
grinding.
fun of me?
I'm just. That's how you talk. Oh, man, we grinding, never not working, and you forgetting an important shit. If your mom say that to you, dog.
That's why I'm trying to tell you.
I just want you to know how much of a piece of shit you are.
I understand that when
Nah.
Fuzzy told me that I wear my socks when I have sex. I just did that recently, by the way. I had sex with socks on. You know what I'm
Again?
saying? Oh, I run that play.
Wow,
It give you a lot of traction. You know what I'm saying? So you can really get in there. And,
Here you go.
Yeah, you in my stomach.
Okay,
you know, all
all right,
that shit.
All right.
But anyway,
Enough. So when she says that to you, what's your? Obviously, you feel like shit, but what's your response to her?
I was like, damn, man, like, you should have just at least send me a text, like, hey, like, by the way, I'm having a procedure and I'm gonna be in the hospital.
But in her world, she thinks that she's probably not even checking for it.
I know, and that's another thing too. Like, my mom kind of got accustomed to my lifestyle,
Right.
So she don't bug me at all,
Right.
And
because
she don't
you
hit me.
you bang on her on Facebook. Like when she do shit, you said a couple of times when she does some shit that's not necessarily out of line, but out of line in your world. Like, oh son, I'm so proud, or some shit like that.
No,
on
it's
Facebook.
that's not what it is. My aunt, my mom, and my uncle be on my Facebook fan page answering motherfuckers. That's what I got a problem with. They be like, "Oh, DJ Head, I fuck with the whatever shit you said." And they be like, "Yep, he always been funny since he was little." Like, what the fuck are you doing?
They compliment
on
you,
my
dog.
Facebook page.
They're complimenting
It's
you.
a fan page.
They're complimenting you. This is the people
Well, they
that
don't
know
understand
you.
that they're not supposed to do that.
Hence why now she's not texting you.
No, my mom texts me.
No. She's not texting you about important shit now.
Well, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? West
You
Coast.
you're a piece of shit. As long as you know, we got confirmation from Head's mom that he's not a piece of shit.
That I'm not a piece of shit.
That you are a piece of shit. My bad. That you ain't shit. That's what I was trying to say.
All right. Well,
Shouts out, man. Like I said, there's a lot of shit going on in hip hop. J. Cole just announced that he's got an album coming out.
actually, his album will be out in
should be
about an
out.
hour.
That shit's out. Like, damn. Yeah, by the time y'all hear this, if you're not listening live, his album's out. Drake is dropping an album.
Yep. I just saw Ty is released. Ty Dolla Sign's releasing an
Ty
album.
just released.
No, he's about to drop an album.
And Kanye and Kid Cudi about to
Yeah.
drop some shit. A lot of shit going on in hip hop, man. What do you think is in the air, in the water? I feel like everybody knows some shit's about to go down, and they're like, "Yo, let's get this shit out."
Hey, I think what it is, low key, everybody in hip hop like, you know what? Trump over there fucking with them Koreans.
You stupid,
This shit
dog.
finna be fucked up. Let's get our shit out
It's not
right
Korea,
now.
It's Syria. They
Huh?
bomb Syria, dog.
No, but Trump fucking with the Koreans now too.
Also,
Yeah, that Kim Jong Un motherfucker, the nigga to be tripping.
Come on, man.
Trump over there fucking with him too.
so this has nothing to do with that. But why do you think that people are actually like hip hop is doing this? At this point?
I don't know. I like it. It's kind of like when people get pregnant, everybody start getting pregnant. I think that's what is happening with music.
Wow.
Kendrick put out all his music, and I don't think Drizzy didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So he came with his back to back. Let me get on number one. You know what I'm saying? Number one. And then everybody else, it's like, oh shit, hip hop is we own. Everybody dropping right now.
Because we saw like a few weeks back, Cardi obviously dropped her album, and then Nikki came with the two joints. You know what I'm saying, right? And here's the thing about that. I love Chun-Li, by the way. That shit is hard.
I like Chun-Li.
Do you think it was smart of her to release after that?
No. And
Why not?
Here's the thing. We was talking about the Cardi Nikki thing, and I was like, low key, shout out to my. Well, no, I don't say that.
Don't do that.
Do that.
Ooh, that shit's crazy.
Wow. But yeah, shout out to a high ranking official that I report to.
Wow.
We were having a discussion about.
All right. Dump. This shit lie. Anyway.
We were talking about the whole thing, and I told him, I was like, I think, because we did like a whole bunch of debuts and stuff like that. Like, and I was like, bro, I think she should have waited. Because, right, it's Cardi season, bro.
Right.
Like, and I think, I was talking to the homie about this shit 2 days ago. I think Instagram is in bed with Cardi B.
Well, I don't think that's necessarily. I think that Cardi B is the thing right now.
No, but listen to what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
If you post a picture right now of you and Cardi B,
right,
that motherfucker likes and everything will shoot through the roof.
Oh yeah, because don't plug your shit.
They using facial recognition on Cardi B.
No, they're not,
bro. I'm trying to tell you, it's some shit going on with Cardi B.
So if I get a picture right now, let's test it. If I get a picture right now and post it next to me and Cardi B,
and don't hashtag,
don't do nothing,
don't tag her, don't do none of that.
I want to do an experiment.
And
let's see
you
if this
just
shit
post
works.
it. The picture I posted, I didn't add her, I didn't hashtag, I didn't tag her, and that motherfucker's got the most engagement I probably had in the last 2 years.
Wow.
It's like it got like 64,000 unique visits in 24 hours.
That's crazy.
And I didn't tag her.
Yeah, you didn't slide Instagram some
I didn't know.
paid posts and
no, Cardi B is on fire.
Wow.
Dog. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And then also she just broke Taylor Swift's record.
She broke Beyonce's record or some shit.
She out of here, bro.
Yeah, man. It's definitely Cardi season.
She was on Ellen. When you make it to Ellen,
yeah.
Has Kendrick been on Ellen? Exactly.
I don't think so. Has he?
Exactly.
That
nigga got a Pulitzer Prize, goddammit.
But he ain't been on Ellen.
He ain't been on Ellen.
Damn. No pun intended.
West Coast.
But yeah, man, I just think that it's that time for her. Like, I don't know if the timing was right, because I mean she could be. I'm talking about Nikki capitalize off of Cardi season and putting something out there, because I mean she's addressing a lot of the stuff that people were talking about, the whole motorsport and why the whole shit between her and Cardi at that point, which I don't think she should have addressed that, but I know a lot of people were trying to figure out what was going on.
I think Nikki totally missed the ball. I think Nikki is making the same mistake that a lot of OGs make mistake in this game, and that's not ushering in the new shit. Like, you gotta, if Nikki would have been all on Twitter, on Instagram, be like, Cardi this, like championing her, like shout, like put her in a video, like put her arm around her, she would have absorbed a lot of that energy.
You don't think her hopping on, like getting on motorsport does that?
No.
I mean, you don't know. Like, the thing is, Nikki's been through a lot of shit through the last 2 years, right? Obviously broke up with Meek, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a lot of shit going on. I'm just the only thing I think of at the moment. But if personal shit is going on, and at the time that you're, trying to record and, get back into the business, so to speak, you got to take a step back. We see Kanye do it, and when it's time for him to get back out there, he jumps back on. So for her, what's wrong with her taking that pause? In between that time, it happened to be Cardi season while it's going on. It's not like, I don't think that she's not. No. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say.
You're making it about. It's not deep. It's not that deep.
Go
it's
ahead.
Literally just a tweet. Make sure you go get that Cardi B album.
Got you.
Boom. That's
Simple.
all she had to do. Mm-hmm. She didn't, and I'm not saying that she owes Cardi anything, right, but you have, if you like us, we got all these. Tomas has been with us since he's 19, right? We got Lupe, we got Sparkle, we got fucking all these people that's around it. If we don't do that, that builds resentment. It builds natural resentment.
Somebody wants to take over at that point. Yeah.
Because you have to usher in, you have to embrace people. Right. Just the same way we had a chip on our shoulder. Right. When Power wasn't fucking with LA shit.
Right.
That's why we exist.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
If you don't embrace the next wave, you're going to get fucking swallowed up. West Coast.
Okay. Well, I mean, at this point, and we've seen it. And even we when that shit dropped, speaking of Nikki, I was like, yo, it has to be a monster. Chun-Li is a great record, but it's not gonna take over. It's not gonna be able to hold against the Cardi wave right now. So.
And I'm actually a fan of I'm a low key I like that. I'm a fan of both. Actually, I became a fan of Cardi because I respect her grind, respect her work ethic, but most importantly, she actually putting out quality music. It's really good shit.
Right. And so how do you feel about people calling her out for the whole ghostwriting shit?
That shit don't matter. People don't care about that shit.
Because Funk Flex said some shit, and my thing about that, I'm like, dude, we know, like, Cardi's not out there trying to be the MC of the year. Exactly. She's not over here trying to be that person. You know what I'm saying? So why even take shots at her for that? You know what I'm saying?
Is, I think that it's a big deal to only people, to nostalgic, and basically because I don't think that Cardi is going out of her way to make to present herself as I'm this, you know, I'm not. She's not trying to be fucking Method Man or you know what I'm saying, or Kendrick. So as long as you're not putting that out there, that's like if somebody come and be like, oh, Chuck Dizzle, he ain't no hard gang member. It's like, you ain't not trying to be a hard gang member.
I ain't a thug.
I'm a radio nigga.
Yeah, I'm a radio guy. Shout out to Charlamagne, radio guy.
So anyway, yeah, that's what I think about that. And shout out to what's her name?
Who?
I forgot her name. But I just want to throw a special shout out to everybody that's been hating on me all for the last 48 hours.
Hey, you've been getting some heat, dog.
On the internet
what's been people upset about the fact that you did it to a pregnant woman? Is that what it is?
When I tell you, I done seen it all. I done seen it all. I ain't never seen no shit. That's how I know Cardi's on fire. Oh, you a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
Offset need to get you hit. You know, like it been all kind of shit, and I was like, bro, it's and I don't want to expose what's really going on, but Cardi loved that shit.
Yeah.
When I did it, she was like, let me see, and I showed her she's dying. She's like, yeah, that's it right there. You want to do it again? I'm like, nah, this is good. So it's like, bro, like everybody calm the fuck down,
please.
You know what I'm saying? I done got death threats. I done got this dude. I don't know who this dude is. He did a whole post about.
Dedicated to you.
Actually, 3 dudes did a whole post about how I'm a bitch ass nigga for fucking with pregnant women. Damn, and it's like that was so interesting. I love this shit, and I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I got 200 followers in 12 hours.
Wow.
Off hate.
Off of that bullshit.
Just off hate. It's people just following me to hate me. And then shout out to Bloody Shoes, too. I don't know who you are, but they done called me every name except probably a white slur. Like, I done been everything but Cracker on their page.
Oh, that's a page.
It's a page.
Oh, okay.
I done been every name in the book except Cracker.
So I thought that was like the Beehive. That's not like a Cardi's fan base?
Well, they're like stands or some shit. Okay. I got at them a little bit. I you know, a little clap back,
a little shot,
just a little bit, just shot across the bow. But it was witty. So I fucked with it.
So okay, a few weeks back, you were in studio with somebody, right? And well, I'm segueing into the guest because you're looking like what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
God damn. And one thing that you like, nigga, what? God
Listen,
damn.
I don't remember what the fuck I did yesterday. Okay, I'm getting up there.
And I want you to kind of reiterate what you were talking about as far as him being from the city that he's from.
Gotcha.
And how that meant, because it was a great conversation. I want to start off with that and introduce our guest.
Basically, I get a call from Fuzz.
Shout to Fuzz.
Shout to Fuzzy. He's like, yo, I want you to meet this artist we fucking with. I'm like, you know, and Fuzz don't never,
right,
ever.
That's one of them calls.
That's one of them. I'm like, for real?
Yeah.
He don't never call me for nothing. He's like, yeah, I want you to meet this artist we fucking it's real interesting. I'm like, all right. I didn't know what the fuck that meant.
Mm-hmm.
So we pull up. We go to Capitol. We go to Priority Records, and Fuzz is like, yeah, this is the artist I want you to meet. His name is Katori Walker. I'm like, okay, what's up? You know, we chopping it up. He played the music. I'm like, all right, bet. You know, that's cool. Then he starts talking. And then it all start clicking. So he plays this video that he got that actually went viral. It's crazy. But then he plays other music. I'm listening to the music. I'm like, all right, you know, it's cool, whatever. And then when he starts talking, that's when I became interested. Because this guy's from here, you know, he's from a certain part of the city where you don't necessarily look at a lot of people overlook for the hip hop,
right?
And so I let him get into that shit. But long story short, it wasn't even the music; it was the story. And I'm like, bro, you need to start fucking telling this story. Like, you need to tell people the same shit you just said to me.
So what a part of the story, and this is how we introduced Katori Walker, who's in the building with us right now. What part of the story intrigued you the most? Because I think that's what's gonna really kind of like get fans and people that are listening like interested in what's going
on. Well, on some LA shit, like, he's from Pasadena.
Got you.
So on some LA shit, like, what immediately comes to mind when I just because I don't know, it's maybe called blame it on the environment. But whenever somebody say Pasadena to me, I automatically think Bloods.
Gotcha.
I don't think Rose Bowl.
right.
Shit. People be like Rose Parade. I think, oh, it's Bloods.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so when he was telling the story, and it basically bled into.
Wow. Okay, he's like doing some. No pun intended. Come on,
it basically bled into that whole like timeline of or in that whole. Thought process of where he's from, and his story really was compelling to me, and I was like, bro, you know you got to pull up and tell this story. And the music is cool, but tell this fucking story.
Okay, so we got Katori Walker in the building with us right now.
Swing the goddamn
Tomas. Now, appreciate you being here first and foremost,
Thank
man.
you for having me.
No problem, man. And so we automatically, what he just said a second ago is people think of Pasadena, they think of Rose Bowl. So when you hear that, what automatically stands out in your mind, like, why do you want, not why, but what comes to the mind when you want to tell your side of the story as to where you're from and your story specifically?
Yeah, I think to me, like the side, like the Rose Bowl side and the Old Town side, I just think that's a symbol of privilege. And I didn't come from privilege, so sometimes when people come at me like, "Yo, Pasadena's nice," and whoop, 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 I'm like, "What Pasadena?
What part you go to?" Right.
What you see? You know what I'm saying? Because people come to Pasadena and see two things. They see that one street, which is Colorado, and they see that one area, which is the Rose Bowl, and it's like, "Yo, Pasadena is a whole city." You know what I'm saying? So when people like, I've had people come at me like, "Yo, Pasadena, what you talking about?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm from Pasadena.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the main things that I'm been trying to push is like, yo, tell the story of how I really grew up. It wasn't all sunshine and palm trees
and rose parades.
Rose parades.
I literally just wrote a song about that shit. Like literally a couple days ago. You know what I'm saying? Like how there's the perception of certain things. So when I'm coming out my words, and then now like it's even more like with the parts where I grew up, it used to be rough, like early 2000s, late 90s and stuff like that. Now it's all gentrified. And I'm like, damn, my proof is gone.
All too well about
it. I'm trying to roll through my hood and see where I'm from, and now it's a fucking Magic Johnson fucking 24-hour fitness.
All nice shit. Like, why can I have that?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So like now I'm just trying to figure out how to like tell my story, like, you know what I'm saying, like through words and through like visuals and stuff like that, to where people can see how I grew up and what I've been through.
So when did you actually pick up the pen and want to use this to tell your story? I mean, because there's different outlets, there's different things you could have done, but why gravitating towards music?
I was like, when I was young, I was daddy's boy, 100%. Okay. So my dad was the city's DJ, and he also produced. Like, he was producing on like the Trinity and MoFat and MPC and stuff like that. He had like a bunch of rappers come over, and I just literally was just up under my dad.
The environment,
you know what I'm saying? And then long story short, like I got involved with it. One of his boys, his name is Mr. Rex, wrote my first rap.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I was like, I had to be like 9. Wrote my first rap. I don't remember all of it, but he wrote my first rap, and then hear my voice back on the speakers was crazy. Like, yo, that's me.
Yeah.
And people bobbing their heads to you. You know? Oh, this is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And then you know what I'm saying, moving forward in life, you hear people tell stories through the music, and it's like, yo, you told my story. You talking to me. Like, what you did to me, I want to do that to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like that's always been my outlet. Music has always been my thing. And sometimes it don't even turn into songs. It just be poetry or just be.
Now, did you write poetry first, and then obviously you had the music around you, but were you writing poetry at a young age as well?
I sucked at first.
He's like, I wasn't doing that bullshit.
So terrible. Like in the beginning, I was in a rap group. Me, my twin brother, and my younger brother Armani, and they were like, I don't know how they had it. Like they had it. Like it was times where they was already writing their own stuff, and I still was getting my verses written for me because I couldn't figure out structure. I couldn't figure out patterns. I just couldn't figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And I just stayed at it, and then you know you get around, high school come, the girls get involved, blase. My twin bro went towards basketball, my younger brother went towards football, and all I had was some music stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I really like perfected my pen and got better at my pen. I ain't perfected it yet, but that's when I chose a pen at that moment. Like, okay, this is my outlet because I don't really have too many other things as my outlet. You know what I'm saying? Like where I'm from, like it's not a lot of outlets. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, I get it. I mean, and the thing is, I mean, dealing with that, you mentioning your brother, and I heard that he got murdered too.
Yeah.
So I mean, going up in this, you know, being in the not the business, but like doing something as a creative outlet, and then something like that being so tragic that happens. For you, how did you still lean on music to be an outlet versus being like, nah, you know what, fuck this and shut in or shut up?
So the main thing is everybody around me was going through the same thing. So you can't talk to somebody about the pain that you're going through because everybody else is going through that same pain.
Gotcha. Exactly.
You try to talk to your mama, she's gonna start crying, make you feel worse. You talk to your brothers, same thing, make you feel worse, right? So at this time, like I've been making music. I've never stopped making music since I started. Like I got loads and loads.
The age of 9. Is it 9?
9.
Okay.
Yeah, 9. Yeah, I'm 27 now.
Crazy.
So like nonstop, right? So but I was like off some like almost like before my brother passed, I was off like some R&B smooth type stuff. But the
ladies
emotions, off some stuff like that. Yeah, it's crazy that's what I was off right? So. The emotions that I felt, you can't sing that. Ain't no singing that. You know what I'm saying? And I was angry and I was frustrated, and then you know what I'm saying. I feel like what I did on that project, the Ignorance EP, like I feel like I took gangbanging and just like spread it out and tore apart every single aspect of it, like the need to survive, the need to the false sense of love. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to die, so I'm gonna kill you because I don't want to die first. You know what I'm saying? You hurt my homie or my brother, I'm gonna ride on you. You know what I'm saying? Those are all the things, and it's like, yo, this shit might not never change. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's was the reason why I did that. You know what I'm saying? Because I really feel like that was the one thing, like I really broke it apart. You know what I'm saying? And just being able to vocalize and verbalize what I felt was amazing. And then, like, just to take the story a little bit further, I went to the funeral and everybody crying, and I'm like, yo, I already released this.
I
moved to the next level. And like my dad, I never seen my dad cry. Like my dad is like a strong person. So seeing him cry and everybody crying, I'm like, yo, like maybe this is really something. You know what I'm saying? And then I really made the tape for like literally 20-25 people max. That's what, but I literally had faces in my head as I'm writing my lyrics. Like I was mad at some of my brother's friends for not being like, yo, you got kids, you need to stay in the house, bro. You know what I'm saying? We don't go whoop whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying? You need to stay in the house. And then, or like, yo, we just went and bust that whoop whoop whoop. Let's, you know what I'm saying? We're not finna be outside today. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's common sense. You know what I'm saying?
Come with it.
But and when stuff like that happened and nobody says nothing, now I'm mad because you knew that they was gonna retaliate, and it's 50 of y'all together right now.
So it's more or less a responsibility that you have at this point to get the word out there and get the message out there. But for those people, not even to the masses.
I'm trying to tell you, this I literally had their faces in my head, like 20 people.
Hey, do you think that in general, because me and the homie talk about this all the time, where not even just in hip hop, but in general in our community, in the black community and people of color in general, we needed some sort of big brother, big homie program for checks and balances. Like if Trump get out of line, they got Congress to ride on him. You know what I'm saying? If a player on the court get out of line, the referee check him. Or the coach will sit him down, or they'll get him up out of here and eject him. We don't have that shit in our culture as much. So do you think like who should step up and take that role? I mean, because obviously like our fathers should be in that role, but we all know that's not necessarily the case. So
you know, I'm realizing too, and I thought about this after the tape. Is back in the days when people was banging, you still had big homies. You know what I'm saying? You had a big homie that's be like, nah, you're not gonna sell dope. You gonna go to school. I'll break your neck if I see you selling dope on this block. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But now there ain't no big homies. All the big homies is in the casket or incarcerated, right? So with those being said, you looking to somebody that's the same age as you for advice. They know just as much as you, but you following their lead. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely we need some type of big homie program or some type of for them to look to someone for advice that has a little bit more knowledge. But I feel like right now, who would that be? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think maybe they do look to the music for the knowledge.
What about in exactly? So the music. So if we talking about in hip hop, hip hop culture, you still have, and we were just talking about this before you walked in. You have some of the people that's veterans in the game not ushering in the next wave, and I think that's a problem because what that does is that builds resentment. The same resentment you feel towards your brother's homies who didn't pull them aside. Like, hey, you got kids, you need to sit down. Hey, we just did this. It made the block is hot for a couple days. Like, I think that's a real issue that we need to figure out because nobody is telling nobody the truth. And then when you do have people that tell people the truth, you get, oh, you a hater, or oh, you know, or you being negative, and it's like, no, I'm just telling you, you being a stupid motherfucker right now.
I think with that thing being said, it's like, especially like, I don't want to just make it like a stereotypical thing, but if you grew up without discipline, if your daddy wasn't there, your uncles didn't keep you in line, why am I gonna listen to somebody else? You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody was there. Like, who was you? You know what I'm saying? That's that people act, that would be the actual verbiage. Like, who was you?
So how do we build towards us a culture or a society where we're listening to the most intellectually sound individuals?
I think that you need to put the most intellectually sound individuals on the platforms. I think that's what needs to be risen up. Like, I seen a quote the other day. It was like, you hate these mumble rappers, but you won't click the conscious rappers SoundCloud.
Real shit.
Right.
And I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I even find myself doing that shit. Like, I know he got bars, you know what I'm saying? He's saying some real shit, but he ain't gonna make it on my playlist when I'm headed to the club. Nope. You know what I'm saying? So we all are like a slave to our own actions in our own ways, but I feel like it is like the people who are above us that need to tell us, but we only got like a couple people in the music industry that are telling us the truth.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been listening to Jay lately because I never was a Jay fan. But when you listen to what he's saying, I'm like, okay, he really on some next level.
Oh, Jay got a remedy or a bar for every life situation.
But
for sure.
But I think that also happens too when you start to grow up and get mature. You're able to understand some certain shit that he's saying too. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not gonna be able to break that shit down like earlier on in your life. But as you kind of mature yourself, oh shit, he was saying this, or oh, he's saying that now.
Yeah, well, it's a double-edged sword because of course you got to have the yin and the yang, correct?
Yeah,
but like mind you, what I said earlier is kids these days look at their youth. They not looking up to the big homies.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So when they see whoever, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to name a certain celebrity or rapper.
Go on and name them. No,
name drop it. When they see a person at their same age acting a certain way and they're at the top of the rap game or they're at the top of their wherever, it's like, oh, I'm gonna act like that too, because they got that platform. Now, I see they got the chains and the Lamborghinis and they doing all this crazy stuff, talking all this reckless, taking all these pills. I'm gonna do the same thing because I want what they got. But if we had other people that were on certain platforms acting a certain way with a certain amount of something, then you would be like, okay, there's a different route. But we see like I was studying like Dr. Umar.
You know
what I'm saying? Like that. If you're not looking for intellect, his lifestyle is not a lifestyle that you're going to want to live as a kid.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You have to want to look for that. You know what I'm saying? It's not a thing that's like highly praised amongst the airwaves. You know what I'm saying? So
not at all.
If we can all as a group figure out how do we make this shit look cool? I don't mean to cuss. How do we make this stuff cool?
This is all no holds barred.
Fuck shit. Fuck it.
Now, how do we make this look good? How do we make this lifestyle look appealing? Because what's more appealing than luxury houses and luxury cars and chains and all the women?
That's a hard, that's a hard battle
to a grown man.
That's a hard battle.
I can overlook all that shit with the exception of the woman. You know what I'm saying?
You are a man now.
Right.
You're not a kid fresh out of high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand that. Like, these kids are fresh out of high school.
Yeah, that's true. I wasn't thinking the same way like as I was
years back.
Yeah, even 2 years ago, because this one I wanted to ask you because your story was very interesting to me. I want to know first. I want you to get into like your dad and your brother and all that stuff, but I want to know why you kind of don't do that naturally. Is that something like, is it just from the street, from where you come from, or like your personality?
No. So what it was I had a close friend. His name was Lamar Love. When we and he died, like he was the first one from the hood to die, and he died trying to protect his sister from a rival gang member. And he had to be about 15, 16 when he died. And that was like a shock to me. I'm like, yo, this is really real. You know what I'm saying? And then seeing his obituary go out throughout the city and everybody wearing Lamar Love shirts. I'm like, yo, this dude, I grew up, we was riding BMX and, you know what I'm saying, scooters together. You know what I'm saying? He dead now? Oh, that is really real. And then another person died, and another person died, and another person died. You're like, whoa, is that where I want to end up? And then I realized this too, like, when you died, let's say you died for your hood, like you really went out riding, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you gonna get a tattoo on one of your homies' arms, you're gonna get a funeral that might not even be the best service, right?
Yeah.
And a t-shirt.
That's
and
it.
A couple RIPs for a good 6 to 8 months.
Right, and after that,
it's over,
It's over. Your life was worth a t-shirt, some RIPs, and a tattoo.
And some tweets.
And some tweets. We didn't have Twitter back then. Get that.
So you wouldn't even get that.
Once the t-shirt get ashy, you ain't even pulling out the closet. You feel me? So, like, I had that logic young, like, yo, what is my life worth? You know what I'm saying? And then my anxiety as a kid was, I was afraid to die. I really, like, feared death. So that was, like, as a kid, it fucked with me. But now as an adult, I'm like, thank God that I had that fear, because if I was out here really acting reckless and doing all this crazy stuff, then I would have probably done that. But it was like, okay, see my homies died, I'm not trying to die, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? So that logic, I don't know why God blessed me with that logic at a young age. Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But those things is like, yo, it's not worth it to me. I only want to do things that I feel like is beneficial to me. Then, like, you die for a hood, like, the hood don't stop.
It's gonna keep going today. Exactly, it's gonna keep going.
Like,
right.
Like, I forget who I was telling this. I just was telling Dimples this. I was like, my brother was the biggest rapper in the city, like the best rapper in the city, right? YouTube videos crazy, everybody fucking with his music. I was working at school with kids, and the kids was even singing his music. I'm like, yo, that's my little brother. That's not your little brother.
Like,
He dead. Nobody give a fuck now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Next.
Right.
My life is worth more than that to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So that logic literally saved my life. That's why I never done it.
Go or
Oh, I damn near joined the army out of high school.
get the fuck out of here.
Real close. I took the test, everything. Physical
I
test,
want to
all
talk.
that.
What? Yeah. What made you want to do that?
I forget the sergeant's name. I forget his name. All right. So high school, 9th grade year, I did good. 10th grade year I did good.
Did you do like ROTC and all that too, or nah?
Nah.
Okay, so you went. Okay,
I wasn't that.
Gotcha.
But nah, my senior year, I knew I fucked up a lot. My 11th grade year, like you know what I'm saying. That's when I had just figured out, oh, I'm cute.
Right.
Girls like me.
I'm cute. You vain ass motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you get distracted. You're not doing your homework no more.
Yeah.
You're not going to class all the time.
Bitches fuck with me.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
bitches fuck with me. Okay,
all right.
for sure.
You know, I had that, and that was the first time I had like a little summer job. Like, you know, in high school, you don't even got to.
Oh, and I got money.
But if your pitch is on point, you're
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I started.
I had to knock off Iniche shit.
So yeah.
He said sorry for you, brother. Sorry.
So, long story short, I fucked up my 11th grade year, and I knew I wasn't gonna get into like no decent college. And so I forget the sergeant's name. Like, he just was appealing, persuading like a motherfucker. He even got my little sister to go into it. She's my stepsister, but she went to the Army and did the reserves and stuff like that. And he took us in and like, this is how much you'll be making a year, and we'll pay for your college and all this other stuff. I'm like, yo, I don't want to be in debt, because my stepmom, by the time I got out of high school, she was barely paying off her debt.
School debt is real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it took her 20 years to pay off that debt. I'm like, 20 years?
Yeah.
To pay off, you know what I'm saying, your debt? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, this Army thing is seeming like real nice. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, yeah, you can still do music in the Army. And no disrespect to this artist I'm from the name. But he was like, and this was what made me stop. He was like, yeah, you can still do music in the Army. Shaggy was in the Army.
All right.
I'm out.
I'm out of here.
Respect.
That's it.
Oh, all right.
I'm done.
Nope.
So you didn't want to do no reggae?
Nope.
Wait.
Shaggy was in the Army. You could do it too.
Wait.
Nah, that was when that was his punchline. I'm like,
He's like, that's
Like,
all you
nah.
got? That's your bar, money? Oh, no. So wait, you were joining. You almost did it, and he
I
said
literally
that.
took
he
the
said
written
that
test
line.
and the physical exam, and I'm like, nah.
All right, let me ask you this. So you was about to join the Army. You took the written test and the
Physical
physical.
exam,
How
yeah.
hard are those tests really?
I did
Because I
good.
know some idiots in the Army.
Nah, yeah, it's not hard at all. And the physical test is like regular shit, jumping jacks, push-ups,
Right,
running,
right.
like it's regular stuff. It's like a PE test.
Damn,
like, you know what I'm
dude.
saying?
No, you not okay.
Yeah.
For you look athletically gifted. I'm talking about for somebody like me. You know what I'm saying? I eat honey buns and shit.
They ain't fucking with you.
Nah, bro. Just imagine, like, did you play in any high school sports?
Nah, I was a skateboarder.
Oh, wow, for real?
Yeah.
He like, your fat ass was on the...
Yeah.
Wait, so you had to? Wait.
Yeah, that's how he looked too. He was like, for real? Wait, they let fat people skate? That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, so you know that the it was similar to the PE fitness test in high school, the one you had to take at the end of every semester.
Physical fitness
like
shit.
That.
Yeah.
It
With
was
the
like
president
that.
giving
Where you
you a
got to
bullshit
do the
award.
pull-ups, you got to do the. It's like that.
So when you went to sign up for the Army, did you look around like
No, I
did you
didn't.
look around and be like, wait a minute? Like
Nah.
it's a lack of melanin.
Nah, the dude who was black.
Oh, really?
Who recruited
Nah,
me?
there's
He was
people in
black.
there, dog. There's people
And he
in
had it in this is when I thought Infinity was the hottest car ever. He had a gray Infinity 4-door.
like,
I don't know what the model
he
was.
on.
Yeah, man, he on.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, me and my fiance,
Infinity.
we just bought our first house in LA.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? I thought it was something. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Here's
like,
the
oh,
crazy part about this shit, right? He appeals you with the college shit, right?
Yeah.
You know, paying off debt.
Yeah.
The infinity. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The only thing that held you back
Was
is the fact that he
Shaggy.
said Shaggy.
I swear to
You
my
like,
life.
You know what? Fuck you. I'll be in debt.
Man,
for
I'm
this.
out of here.
I swear to my life.
I'll be in debt.
I
On
gotta
my
go.
daughter's
I don't
life.
wanna be Shaggy,
That's
man.
what it was.
I gotta go. You know what I'm saying?
I
Fuck
gotta
all
go.
that. It wasn't me shit. I gotta go.
No, it's not working. It's not working at all. So at that point, after you said "fuck it, I'm done," is that when you decided to say 100% with the music, or is this where the school kind of came into?
Nah,
fruition?
I was like, all right, I'm gonna do 100% the music, right?
Uh-huh.
And then when I got out of high school, so it was crazy. Right after high school, I started working at Abercrombie and Fitch,
Gotcha.
right? Whatever, whatnot. And I'm doing music constantly, or whatever, whatnot. And then I meet one of the homies,
Uh-huh.
and I was making music at that time, like about like Wayne type shit, like
Okay.
punchline heavy.
Gotcha,
You know what I'm saying? Not nothing conscious.
The other
Like
on the other
spitting,
side
yeah.
of the spectrum.
You know what I'm saying? And then my boy, like, he really put me onto the word. Like, I knew God existed. I knew about the Bible.
Right,
stuff like
right.
that, but he put me onto the word. So I went like, you know, like what is it called? It's like a name for like a Christian high or something like that.
Oh, is it? You say? Oh, I don't know about the hide, but kind of like I've heard people say like Jesus thumpers. Like
I've had a spiritual enlightenment,
Yeah.
but it wasn't.
It was like a spiritual enlightenment.
Yeah.
Did you speak in tongues though?
Yeah, I spoke in tongues.
Oh,
Get
shit.
the fuck
That
out of
shit's
here.
crazy.
I was in church. All right, so it's this dude
shit's
that came
crazy.
into church and he was overdosed on something. We all praying for him, and then they just jumped out at me. I'm
The
like,
Holy Ghost.
Yeah, I was like, you know what I'm saying? When you, it doesn't happen to you,
Yeah,
you're looking at
talk to the mic. Talk to the mic, bro.
When it doesn't happen to you, you're like, you faking. This is,
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? But when it happened to you, like, oh, that shit really real.
So hold on, because I got a similar story. Somebody did the same shit to me, and I didn't believe that shit. I grew up in the church, all that, right?
Yeah.
And when somebody here's the crazy part about it, it didn't happen to me in church.
Yeah.
Somebody told me, yo, I can make you speak in tongues. And I'm like, what the fuck? So they were praying for me, and that shit just happened. Now let me ask you this: do you know, like, was there any interpretation in your head? Do you know what you were saying?
I don't remember nothing.
Okay, same shit. So I know this shit is real.
Hey, listen, bro.
My boy told me
I ain't gonna lie to you, though. Y'all talking about catching
Sound crazy.
the Holy Ghost.
It
I
sound
think
crazy.
that I still, even though you my nigga, like
I'm telling you, bro.
you my bro, and I fuck with Katori Walker. I still think that's some bullshit.
I thought it was bullshit too.
I'ma tell you, it sounds like it's
a
bullshit.
physical feeling
It's
too. You
real,
feel it.
dog.
It's real.
It's
like a
real.
motherfucker.
So when you catch, you just like da 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 da. What? That's crazy.
I remember. So I remember what I was saying before.
What was you saying before that?
He's
So I know
yours,
not
Lord.
to.
He's yours, Lord. Like we were saying, like the man is yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's trying to pray. Like I'm tired of being addicted. So it was like he's yours.
And then what happened?
He's yours. And then it just.
And what happened though?
I went up and I felt like I don't know. It's like a physical feeling in your body, and you
That's
just
real,
start
dog.
speaking, bro.
Speaking what though?
It's
I don't know. I didn't
it's no
understand it.
translation for it. That's why I was asking them, because like somebody else told me that they were like, well, did you understand what you were saying? And I'm like, no. Or they were like, okay, well, they were like, it may not have been the way they were putting it. They were like, it may not have been as not gonna say real, but they were like, usually when it happens, certain people, they understand what they're trying to say, or they interpret it somehow, some way. But it's some real.
I always thought that when people caught that and they start speaking in tongues, I always thought it was
now some people what
the yayo, like
You thought they was in church off the yay?
yeah,
I was young, but I didn't know what the fuck was going on. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's some real shit. That's crazy. It's
But anyway,
crazy that
go ahead,
happened,
bro.
though.
Stepping to the church off the wet.
Yeah, out there wet. The Sunday service off that. That's why. So okay, let's fast forward to this project, man. The Ignorance EP. You put that out, and you said you only make it for 25 people, but obviously,
More people
it catches it. You know what I'm saying? Especially that video, like it really spoke volumes to a lot of people. Now, what was your reaction when you started to see it affected more people than you intended?
My initial reaction is it was crazy. The EP, when I first put it out, it hit the people who I thought it would hit. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, bro, I fuck with that. Thank you, I appreciate that. And everybody was gassing off the Armani song. This before the video even came out. This is 6 months before the video came out. And people just was really, really fucking with it. I was like, oh, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was one of those things where I didn't think twice as an artist.
Gotcha.
As an artist, I
You
think
just put
twice
it out.
a lot. Like I was like, I don't give a fuck how nobody feel. I don't care if they don't like the beats, the flow, the nothing. This is how I feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when it worked, it was like almost like a reassurance as an artist. You know what I'm saying? And I was glad that it touched the people that it touched, but I'm still pissed off at you.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, even though you like, oh yeah, I fuck with your shit. Like it's like I don't really fuck with you though.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was a great thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like I was like, yo, all right, I can be sure about my art that I'm actually talented. You know what I'm saying? It's not the guessing game no more.
Why do you think so many artists? I mean, and it's not even just artists. Everybody in general, whether you're in the business or not, whether I don't care what field that you work in, this whole concept of overthinking. You just mentioned a second ago how like. That was what you won't put out. You didn't think twice about it, and you did it, and then it was well received. Yeah. Why do you think people have a hard time? And even as yourself an artist, you're gonna go through this now, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're working on the new music and all that. Like, why do you think that you continuously have to go through that shit still? Like you've cracked the code, you figured it out. Yeah. But you're gonna go through it again. Why do you think people go through that?
I think. I'm gonna answer the second question first than the first one. I think us as artists, we go through it over and over and over and again because we're never fully sure of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have somebody like how 50 Cent's "Get Rich or Die Trying" was the craziest thing in the world. And the next album, we like, okay, that's all right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It ain't no Get Rich.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but he got rich. But you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying?
He definitely got rich.
Someone like, you know what I'm saying, like Kendrick that just keeps smacking you over the head again and again and again and again. Or someone like Cole where he was overthinking in the beginning and now he's like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
working.
But I think the reason why we overthink is because I think you tapped into what other people are doing too much. You know what I'm saying? You listen to Cardi B's new album, you're like, oh shit, maybe I should try
that works.
Like
right.
Oh, you listen to Lil Uzi, oh shit, maybe I should try something like that. You listen to some new Cole, oh shit, maybe. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So those thoughts, but that was one of the times in my life where I'm like, fuck the world, I don't care what you're doing. It don't matter. I'm doing this. And when you're able to lock into that, I think that's when you are your own true artist.
Now, do you think that has to happen with tragedy? We were talking about this.
Yep.
We were talking about this when it came to R&B. I forgot who we were. We were talking to Aaron Ray.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about, does love strike that or the heartbreak? And he was saying the heartbreak is usually what does it.
100%.
So
100%. You love. I feel like love. You're not thinking. Like you're not. It's like not a thinking thing. Like when you fall in love, you're not thinking about the little action she just made is gonna be a flaw that I'm gonna hate in 6 months. You think, oh my God, I'm in love. I'm just gonna accept her for everything.
Right.
But then when the heartbreak is like, I thought, I remember she did that bullshit. I remember she did that bullshit. And you remember that, and that's how you write those songs, those great hit songs, because you remember all the little intricate things that you looked past when you were in love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing too. Like when my brother passed, before he passed, I'm looking at gangbanging as this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Not as breaking it down in pieces. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like I was able to break it down in pieces, because it's like, yo, what did he feel like when he died? When that bullet was in his neck, what was going through his mind?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When he hopping back and forth from front seat to back seat, what was his mindset? You know what I'm saying? What does death feel like? What is my mom actually going through? What is his homies going through? What am I going through?
Yeah.
So you are able to pinpoint all those things because you get a chance to focus, because all you got to do is think. When you heartbreak or loss or death, all you can do is think, because you can't verbalize what you truly feel, so your mind is just racing.
Going.
Yeah. So it's a beautiful thing, but it's a horrible thing, but it's a beautiful thing to get your mind racing.
Right.
So that's what I've been trying to tap into, is like getting my mind racing and finding the subject and just like breaking it down.
Gotcha.
What do you when you go in to create a song or whatever, do you write songs to beats, or do you write songs and then do the beats later? Like,
nah, I write it to beats. Certain beats just pull out certain emotions. Like every song on the Ignorance EP, I wrote to that beat, except for the Armani song. That song I wrote to a whole nother beat. But then as I wrote it to that beat, I'm like, this producer is going to give me bullshit if I try to put this beat out. I already know, because he's like one of Bryson Tiller's producers. So I'm like, he's gonna give me shit. So I'm not gonna use his beat, and I'm just gonna use somebody else's beat. And then when I used that beat was much more emotional and much more heartfelt.
Do you think in hip hop? Because I remember a clip that we posted, not. I think it was last year or something, and Kendrick said something about he was like, we're put here to love.
Yeah,
he said that's the whole point of us being. The whole purpose of life is to love, but the best music is made through the opposite of that, usually. Yeah. So I mean, how do you feel about that? Like, because I'm thinking, like, I'm gonna give you my perspective, right, and then you tell me yours. Yeah. My perspective is, I don't necessarily think we're put here to love, but I think that it's something that we tell ourselves to make us feel better about the reality of the situation. So it's cool to believe in it. It's kind of like when you tell people everybody gonna make it, or there's room for everybody. That's not really the case. It's not really room for everybody. It's enough room for most people, but everybody ain't. You know what I'm saying? So when you talking about, when you just said when you talking about like the love aspect and the versus the heartbreak, and we were talking to an R&B singer about his perspective, of course he's gonna say that. But when you said you think the heartbreak is where you get the best music, like you really, I looked at your eyes when you said it, and you was like, no, it's really, that's some real shit. Yeah. So I just want to know how you feel about that.
I think honestly, the only reason why you can truly appreciate love is because you've experienced heartbreak. Like I'm gonna speak for myself, but I know many of people that has broken someone's heart and had their heart broken. Yeah, you realize like, damn, I had a good thing. Fuck, me personally, I was 21, 22, and I fucked up a good thing. She was a good person. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and then it's like, damn, I had a good thing. So now I get the next person is like, all right, I'm not gonna do that dumb shit no more, because I experienced what it felt like to hurt somebody, and I experienced what it felt like to hurt. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I honestly feel like the reason why people come to California because they've been in the fucking Minnesota with rain all the fucking time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's
real shit.
If we always had he's from London, he's from the UK. Oh my God, y'all just so much sun. Like, yeah, that's the only reason we don't even think about that shit. Like,
hell no,
it's another day of sun.
Right, be like, fuck, it's hot.
Right. I guarantee we go somewhere where it's raining every day.
We appreciate that.
Damn, I miss home. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
and gas is cheaper. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hold on. I want to real quick. Sorry, sidebar. So I made the homie. Shout out to the homie DJ Damage. I made him so uncomfortable. Yeah, he do the head shake. I made him so speaking of gas prices. I was sidebar. I just wanted to tell this story real quick. We were about to go to this meeting, off-site meeting, and And you know, gas is $4 now a gallon, right?
Fucked up.
Gas is $4 a gallon. I drive a Tahoe, so we trying to figure out the carpool situation. I'm like, look, bro, I'm not driving. Like, I'm not driving, bro. Y'all got regular cars. You got a hybrid. You got a 4-door sedan. I got a Tahoe. Why I gotta drive? Yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got to put in. I'm like, well, gas is $4 a gallon. I ain't putting in nothing, but I'm fucking. So it's like, wait, what? And he was like, it was a joke.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
see how you did?
I was like, I didn't know what the fuck
he was like, and he just got so uncomfortable. I'm like, bro, you seen me with a woman.
She was good and all that, and you fucked that up. You got with the next one, and you obviously weren't. You didn't fuck up on her like that, right?
No, never.
Now, was cheating. Wait. Was she as good as the first one though?
Nah, she was crazy. She was crazy. She was really wild.
He went back to that shit was crazy.
She put me through. I ain't gonna say her name, but out of every relationship I've ever been in my life,
worse.
She was the most challenging.
Gotcha.
Why?
Like, she just I don't even want to just air her shit out. She just went through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, in life, you can when you go through a lot of shit, you can either choose two different routes and let that shit control you, and you be consumed by what you've been through, or you can like, oh, I've been through this, I'm just gonna be a stronger person. I'm strong because of it. And like, she was consumed by what she'd been through.
Dwelling on it.
Now, how many times have you? Because I know we were talking about this with I think Duckworth was here, and we were talking about make sure you go listen to that show. It was good. We were talking about polyamorous relationships and polygamy and all this other kind of shit. And I was having a conversation on my way over here today about that, and the girl told me, she's like, you don't really want 2 headaches, do you? Do you think learning from those 2 past situations, do you think you can handle that type of relationship?
A polyamorous,
like where you have two wives, 2 women, 2 girlfriends, whatever it is.
2 women to please, 2 women to
2 women in a relationship.
Now, I think only reason why me as a man, why I would want 2 women, is because of the physical side. Right. Once the physical side is over, once you get smacked it 10,000 times, it's like, alright, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You kind of deal with a lot. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know what I'm saying? Just women and men are built completely different. You know what I'm saying? And we all, every human being is emotional, but certain people just handle it different ways. You know what I'm saying? So. And no.
So you don't want no problems. No problem. Okay, let me ask you this real quick. Have you ever offended any woman with your pursuit of your craft? Like you just put out the EP.
Yeah.
And I know you had to be focused because I get that all the time. Like you put you off to the side. Has that ever happened to you, dude?
Yes. It happened.
How do you deal with that?
2 days ago.
Damn. A few days ago.
Yeah, I got a fiance, so yeah.
Oh.
Congratulations, Victor.
Oh.
Nice.
All righty then.
Yeah.
All right.
You just opened up a whole can of worms. Like that.
All right, so go ahead. Tell us what.
So long story short, I'm in Joshua Tree. Well, it's like Joshua Tree / Palm Springs recording my album. I literally came back to LA for this and the photo shoot earlier.
Oh, damn.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So I've been out there for, today makes 12 days.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and like, first day, 30-minute phone call. Second day, 15-minute phone call. 4th day, no phone call.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm just here with the baby, and you're not paying no attention to me, and I'm tired. And I'm like,
bruh.
Yo, like, this is what it really is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you got with me, I know I was hustling and working a normal job, but it's here.
It's here.
This is the job. Right.
You can either be strong with it, or we not going to move forward. You know what I'm saying? And that's how straightforward I was. And like, it was new for her because, you know what I'm saying? When you ain't to me, well, I ain't gonna lie. When I wasn't all the way sure that this was happening, I wasn't all the way putting the foot down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, yo, this is happening.
Yeah.
This ain't no doubts. You know what I'm saying? This is happening. So you gonna either roll with it or you get rolled on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it was. And then like, she hated that. And then the next day, which was yesterday morning, we had the conversation and she was like, yo, I understand now.
Get it.
I understand now. Like, yo, this is what you've been doing since you was a kid. I can't never come away for that.
Right.
And then I'm like, yo, do you ever want to think about how we gonna feed our daughter? Do you ever want to go back to that thought?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is a real deal. Before all this music popped off, like, me and my girl was on welfare.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
me too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Like really going to the county, you know what I'm saying, and getting the Infamil and stuff like that. And I'm like, you really want to go back to that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is our golden goose. So we not finna, you know what I'm saying?
Not finna play with this.
We don't got no time for emotion.
Hey, what do you think? Why do you think the disconnect is there? I know we're built different, but I had the same conversation recently, and I don't think they truly understand until you start putting shit into perspective like that. Yeah. Tangible shit that they could see, like our baby and this and that. And it's like, well, how you think this is happening? How you think this? Like, why do you think that is? Because I struggle with the same shit.
I think I can only speak for my my lady, I think hers it's different now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's different. Literally, you used to lay up and
fuck all that. Yeah.
And you would only go to the studio at night. Now you've been in the studio
all day
for 14 days straight.
Right. Yeah.
You know, that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? It's just the patterns change. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like in relationships we get used to the schedules and the patterns. And when you break that, that's how you can tell somebody doing something off.
That's very true.
Or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
But I'm not doing something off. I'm doing something different.
Right. But you're right. But it's not a natural pattern when something is breaking up that normalcy. It's like, wait, hold on, red flag, attention, wait, what's going on? You know what I mean?
So literally, for the past 3-4 years, imagine sleeping next to somebody every night. You know what I'm saying? And then they going for 14 days straight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been going 2 days a week. You know what I'm saying?
But this is completely different.
And I got more days to go.
Right.
Dang near a month left. You know what I'm saying?
So why Joshua Tree? Why are you going out there to record?
Okay, so the day after I announced my signing to everybody, right? I went to Joshua Tree for one of my friends' birthday party, and then I met this old wise guy. He called himself the Village Idiot, and this is why I'm spiritual.
Yeah. No, I believe in all. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he didn't know what I was going through. He didn't know what I want, and after I got signed, I felt so much pressure. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, yo, you the next such and such, and you can do this, and you da-da-da. And I'm like, yo, I'm just Katori. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I felt so much pressure. And then he told me, he was like, stop looking for it. It's already in you.
Out of nowhere?
We didn't
know you from a can of paint? Yeah.
And then me and my girl talking to him now, he'd be like, and we were like, how did you get so wise? How did you get all this wisdom? I promise to God, he know. Looked at me and I'm like, whoa.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It felt spiritual to me. It felt different. You know what I'm saying? And then we meditated there. Me and my girl, we meditated, and he had this little room that was a meditation room. It had rocks and a waterfall and stuff like that. And it just felt good. And then I just thought about I think about the fast life of LA. You gotta be here, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do that. And then family calling, you gotta do that. And I'm like, all right, was a place that I felt that experience. I want to create my album here. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of artists go Hawaii or go wherever to create the album. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna take my chance to get away. You know what I'm saying? And be amongst people who I know are just create. And that was why.
So now you know you gotta have old boy on the album.
Yeah. I ain't ran back into him though.
The Village Idiot. What is it? The Village?
Yeah, Village Idiot. That's what he said. He called himself.
Crazy.
Yeah,
man.
but he was wise. Man.
So how do you approach this album that you're working on right now? What's well, first of all, how complete is it?
So
Can you talk
I got
about any of that?
of music that has never been released.
Okay.
So I'm just like I told you guys earlier. I'm a multifaceted artist. I'm not just lyrical, shove lyrics down your throat type artist. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the type of artist that, you know what I'm saying, I want to show different facets of myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out that balance.
Lyrical, miracle, spiritual.
Not just all that.
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, that balance. And then I had a conversation with No ID. We talked about longevity in the music industry, right? And he just put me on game. He was like, the reason why 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying was his only phenomenal album because he told his whole life story. There's nothing else to learn.
Oh shit.
And he was like, you think about Kendrick, Good Kid, Mad City? It was one day.
Right.
To Pimp a Butterfly was one sequence. Damn is one sequence. He only giving you little pieces. He's not giving. He giving you chapters. 50 Cent gave us the whole autobiography.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Game gave us the whole autobiography. We don't need to. You know what I'm saying? And then
The documentary, yeah.
And then Eminem, he's like the anomaly. He tells us his life story, but he's so good at rhyming and rapping that we just fall in love with it over and over and over and over again. That's why Eminem got those many. But then now it's now we all off him. Well, I'll speak for myself.
Yeah.
Because we heard this already.
Bet.
You know what I'm saying?
Same shit. Yeah.
How many
He
times
tell
can you
that
kill
same
your
story
mom?
15 times
Right.
on other albums because he was so good at telling it.
That's a bar.
That's true.
That is a bar.
So I want to go back to the moment when shit got real. You said you weren't doing this 100% until shit got real. So for you, what was that moment where you like, okay, this is changing?
So what's crazy is, so at the time I was running a studio and I was working.
You said running or renting?
Running.
Okay.
I had clients coming to record with me. I was mixing and mastering their records.
Dope.
Right. So literally 2 days on January 5th, I found out my girl was pregnant.
Okay.
And then January 7th, my brother passed. So it was like
Damn.
mind fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? I'm from Pasadena. So when you lose somebody that close, immediately dark thoughts happen. Like, yo, I'm finna.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then I'm like, then that thought process pop up. Like, yo, then do I want to end up like my bro? You know what I'm saying? God rest his soul. But do I want to end up like that?
Right.
And then I'm like, yo, what tools do I got to really get to the next level? It's this music shit. So the day I put out that EP was the day I quit my job. I'm like, yo, I'm really serious about this. I'm really finna do this shit.
Wow.
And I put it out, and then like it was like, this is how I know it was God. Like, it was certain things, like, all right, so I do the music shit, I put it out, quit my job, and then life gets hard. Then I'm doing Uber, right? Then my AC blow out, right, in my car, right? So when my AC blow out, I can't do Uber with a hot ass car. Right. So now I'm searching social media marketing, and then my girl get a little bit of bread. She fixed my AC. I'm back on Uber, and then my engine blow out in my car.
Damn.
I'm serious. This is my life, right? Then the engine blow out. Now I'm back trying to figure out how I can get my music to the next level. I get my car back. Literally 3 days later, lady rammed the back of my car. Bow. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like, that's God telling me I'm not supposed to be driving Uber.
Right.
Focus.
100%.
And then literally once I really focus,
do what the fuck I'm telling you to do.
Do what I'm telling you to do.
Right.
And
I don't think God's saying fuck.
Focused, and then I really got on my social media marketing stuff. Boom.
Took off.
Boom. Boom. And that was like, yo, thank you, God, for not letting me become an Uber driver.
That's
you know
what, I mean. That's so true, man. A lot of people on this journey. You know what I mean. And I talk to people that do radio, artists, like and outside of the industry. They get so. I just had a baby shower the other day, and I talked to one of my homeboys, and every time I see him, it's always a story, right? It's always something that's going on, and he sensed that, like, okay, I shouldn't be talking about this right now, but it's always something going on, and it's the fact that you see, like, all right, there's gonna be different bullshit that happens along your journey, and you got to pay attention to that message that's going on. A lot of people just don't pay attention to it. They still are, oh no, I gotta do this. Now I gotta do this. Oh yeah, I gotta do Uber. I gotta get this bread. And it's like, no, focus in on what it is that makes you feel good, that you want to do, and God leads you in that direction. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you tapped into that is amazing, because a lot of people don't know how to sit back and listen. That's the biggest thing. You get all the messages, but you don't know how to listen. That's crazy.
That was an amazing thing. You know what I'm saying? And I felt, like I said, it was real spiritual for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, awesome. Like, yo, like, man, I'm meant to do this. Like, so I feel like that was one of the things. It was like almost in a way, like God was chastising me into what I was supposed to be doing. Like, yo, you quit your job for this. You didn't quit for Uber. You didn't quit for Lyft. You quit for this. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Real quick. So when you quit, did you put in a 2 weeks notice, or you were done that day?
Nah, I literally I tried to have a backup plan, but this was God spanking me too. Like that. So this is God spanking me. So I tried to hit him with I'm gonna go to school for about 90 days, and I need y'all to give me a leave, a worker's leave. And they like, no.
It's not.
And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make a choice. Either I'm gonna stay here, or I'm gonna really do this shit. And I'm like, yo, I'm really finna just deep dive. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I feel like when that happened, I was like, oh yeah, I'm really gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? And then of course you get distracted along the way. You about to have a baby, and you ain't got no food in your you know,
because now it's not just you, it's somebody else that you gotta rely on.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, me and my girl go through our stuff, but when I tell you, like, she will beat the thought into your head, like, yo, you better provide, you better figure this out. You know what I'm saying? She was the one that, like, yo, I was like hurt once my car got hit. I'm like, yo, I can't take a break.
Right.
She's like, why don't you focus on marketing? Why don't you focus on marketing? You should be focusing on marketing. And that thought, I was like, yo, I was doing a certain type of marketing, but then I figured out like a faster way to do it, and that faster way is what took it to the next level. Like, it would market while I was sleeping.
Now look, before we close out, because I got a couple questions for you.
Yeah.
And you mentioned obviously your daughter, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a son in June.
Yeah.
All right. So I need some dad advice from Katori, man. What can you tell me? Because how old is your daughter?
My daughter is 7 months.
7 months. So you fresh into it. So
he about to be fresh in too.
I'm about to be fresh in.
He fresh out of it, and he about to be fresh into it.
Let me know. Let me know. I need some dad advice, bro.
All right. So I'm real hands on, right? So are you afraid to change your diaper?
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Because I know I have to do it.
Yeah, bro.
That's probably the worst part.
So how many months is your girl right now?
She's 8.
Yeah, so you've seen the up and downs.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the emotional
of course.
That don't stop.
Right.
After she has that baby, it don't stop. You know what I'm saying? That don't stop for a long time. Like, I think mine's slowing down.
Damn.
But ain't stopped yet. You know what I'm
she
saying?
had it 7 months ago?
Yeah, bro. So that, and then just understanding, like, sleep is over. You take these 2 months, and then it's over. You know what I'm saying? And then what the system that me and my lady got is, we do nights. You get 1 night of rest, I get 1 night of rest. That system is beautiful.
It works.
Because tonight I ain't sleeping for shit.
Right, but the next night, I'm going to get a full night's
rest. So you can prep for it.
Night. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know
I like that.
But in the beginning, it depends. Like, my girl had hers natural. Like, I pray to God that everything goes smooth, and your girl has hers natural. So we didn't have to deal with the C-section and all that extra stuff. So because she had hers natural, she was out the hospital the next day. You know what I'm saying? And then have a support system.
Right.
We got a support system, like a major support system. Like her auntie comes over and helps. Her cousin come over and help. Her mom, she came and lived with us for 2 weeks.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
support system is definitely a large help. And then just enjoy every moment, because the moment's gonna go by fast.
Right.
Like right now, earlier today, like my daughter said bye.
Oh,
I couldn't believe, like, did you just say bye?
Right.
She know you leaving.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like it ain't. She can't just say it on command. Like,
Right.
"Dad, bye."
All right, Dad, I'm gonna see you in a minute.
You said an actual audible word.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Like that was amazing. And then like Wednesday of last week, like, you know, like when babies first start learning how to crawl, their stomach is still touching the ground. Now she's on actual all fours.
Oh, so she's
She can hold her. She ain't actually moved. She ain't got the motion yet.
Right, but
but
she's
she
up.
actually on all 4s. You know what I'm saying? So enjoy those little moments. That would be my advice, is just enjoy everything and just be extremely patient with your lady, because she just had a human.
Yeah,
like,
straight
she just
up.
pushed
No,
a human.
I've definitely learned throughout this whole process. Like I mean, everything that you thought you knew about the human body and just women specifically is like, oh, you learn 20 times more and you appreciate it more too. So I
and
definitely
the baby is the most beautiful thing. Like,
Were you there in the room?
yeah, I was
Like-
there. Like, all right, I'm gonna tell you this. My girl is a buttercup. Like, she's so soft, right? When she was in that room, she turned into a no-limit soldier. Like, for real. The
Beast
doctor
up.
was like, it's going to take 10 to 12 pumps. She went, boom, baby out. I'm like, oh, my God. Like,
Let's get this out. Let's do this.
I'm serious. Like, she really pushed the baby out in 3 pumps. I could not believe it. Like, I'm like, yo,
She
you are a
should.
soldier now, man.
Hell yeah. You know, your girl she's probably looking at like being like a deep sea diver or something. She got mad air pressure.
Yeah, it's like,
You know what I'm saying?
Bow.
You're like,
I don't know how you link those two things up. But it's all right.
I'm sitting with you. I'm like, all right, whatever. All right, so you mentioned that having somebody in the early days write the rhymes for you, right?
Yeah.
That's the big question nowadays. Everybody's talking about, you know, writing rhymes. Does that make you
I
an
got a
official
good answer for
MC?
this.
So what are your thoughts on people
Great
that
answer.
write?
So it's a Kanye quote.
Okay.
He said, the reason why he like lets people write for him, you really think you and your engineer is gonna beat Adele and her 30 writers at the Grammys? And that shit blew my mind.
Damn.
You think you and your engineer is gonna beat Adele and her 30
Talk about a
30
team.
writers?
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Beyonce, her 25 writers. You
Yeah.
really think?
he playing for keeps.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. But I'm saying, but when it's certain what you're going for, you can't beat on no Kendrick level. I'm the greatest. I'm King Kendrick, or I'm
Right.
Tupac. I'm the greatest rapper alive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or Wayne, and then have writers behind you.
Yeah.
There's certain titles like, yo, if I'm just trying to be the most musical, gifted, and on some stuff like that, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Then yeah, do that. You know what I'm saying? But it depends on what you're going for. Like if I'm trying to tell my story, how can I have Bob from down the street write my lyrics? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is me. You know what I'm saying?
So are you going for the accolades? Are you going for the Grammys? Are you going for the things that you trying to beat Adele and her 30 writers? Or are you cool with being, you know, the Nas and being a great MC but not have the awards?
Honestly, what I want to do is I want to be just as musically efficient as I can. Like, I want to literally be my true self as much as possible. You know what I'm saying, on music. And if that leads to a Grammy, of course, every artist in the back of their mind, I want a Grammy. But if it's like, yo, my big thing is like, I've always wanted music to be my lifestyle, and it's becoming my lifestyle. And a fan can come up to me, yo, your lyrics really spoke to me. What?
Right.
I wrote this was for me.
Right,
This is my
right. It
therapy.
affected
And you
you.
fuck with you?
Yeah.
Like, that's more of a high to me than a group of musicians like, yo, we're gonna pick him. This is who we pick.
He's
like,
the one.
you know what
He's
I'm
the
saying?
golden
Like,
child.
yep, he's the most popular one. We're picking him. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right.
that don't mean nothing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It could have been, you know what I'm saying? All type of politics behind that Grammy.
Funny, we talked about this last week, and it blew my mind when Head brought it up. He was like, man, what if some shit came out? You know how the internet, everything services, right, later on.
Yeah.
What if there was some I don't know, maybe a producer or some footage that came out and said, oh yeah, Biggie had writers. Or oh yeah, no, Nas, he had writers.
Pac.
Pac, he had writers writing for him. Oh yeah, Hail Mary, no, that was written by this dude or whoever.
I'll be hurt.
You be hurt? You be sick?
Right?
I'll be hurt.
That shit.
What about Jay? Like everybody. Jay, Pac, Biggie, Nas.
Does that tarnish hip hop for you overall at that
It depends
point?
on what they wrote.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah, just pick.
Like a ghostwriter, like just
The whole
there.
time.
Oh yeah, that's there. Yeah, that hurt me. So it wouldn't change my perception on hip hop because then I'll be the first thing.
Right.
Nobody ain't writing nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? That's
Hey, but then somebody gonna pull up your shit like, nah, the first rhyme he wrote, I know somebody that wrote that shit.
I was 9. Come on.
Wow. Now you got excuses?
Yeah, right.
Now you got excuses.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
That is so interesting that you have excuses. Yeah. So, okay, real quick. I know we're gonna talk about the EP, the album, but what I want to know is, like, you gave him dad advice. How long you been with your girl?
It's about to be 4 years in October.
Okay, so I'm single. I'm out here.
Yeah.
I need to figure out how to do what you do in the relationship.
I literally just wrote a song.
Okay, so I can check the song out.
It ain't out yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I literally was writing this. I ain't finished writing it yet, but so how do you be in a relationship or
successfully? A relationship successfully.
That was a quote. I just heard the shit. What's the quote? It said that love is not. I forget it. Fuck it.
That's ignorance right there.
Yeah.
It's ignorance.
No, ignorance. No. I think honestly, you just gotta find somebody that you vibe with. That's worth your time. Honestly, that's worth being.
Oh wow!
I don't know. I don't got the answer to that one.
Hey, just tell him.
So I stopped you.
Head be fucking up. Let me just tell you right now.
I don't be fucking up. I be too honest. That's my thing.
Nah, I think if you could find you know what I'm saying, a lady that makes you want to keep it in your pants for the rest of your life.
What shit?
With her only.
Yeah,
bro. The rest of your life. That's
you. All right, you gonna do that on camera? All right. All right, let's ask him another question. He gonna do that on camera? That's crazy. That's crazy how he gonna do that on camera. All right, that's what we doing. What?
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't.
He like, hell yeah. I gotta go back. I gotta live here and you don't.
So okay, real quick. So the EP that you dropped was called Ignorance, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and the album that's coming out, whenever it's finished, is that a continuation of this, or what's going to be the
It's a continuation of a story, but not the continuation of that story.
Got you. So it's not going to be called like Ignorance, the album.
Nah, that'd probably be dope.
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing little gems at you right now. I don't know. I'm just saying.
You looking for publishing,
brother? I'm just saying. Just
I am
a little bit. Hello. What's up, us? What's happening? Hello.
Executive producer.
Yeah, right.
Nah, honestly,
still figured it out.
No. Later, I'm literally taking No ID's advice to heart. Like literally, as I've been creating, I took that to heart. Like you know what I'm saying. Like just tell segments of your life and just piece it all together at the end. When people hear your whole body of work, when you 15, 16 albums in, it's like I understand him now.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm sorry to interrupt, but from going with this, right? The one that you, because it's 5 songs, right? Now, and you say you just kind of made it in an emotional state, which obviously makes the most sense. You put it out there. Now, going back, after it's out, was there stuff on there that you like, damn, I wish I would have changed this. I wish I would have added this. Any modifications you could have made on the new EP that's out?
This Fuzzy's favorite song called Lower Living Theory. I hated that song. I don't want to put out a 4-song EP. We're going to put 5. Boom.
Really?
I hated that song. I still hate the song.
So you
not even on no lyrical level or swag level. It's just the mix of it was so horrible that, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, honestly, I'm an engineer just as much as I'm an artist.
So you're perfectionist, right?
Yeah. So when I hear something that I hate, it's like, damn. But it was just like it fit the story very, very well.
It makes sense.
Like, okay, that's the only one. Everything else is like, what bugs me sometimes is like, you like that song, but you don't like that song. Right. It's like this one was the one I was vibing with. That was the one for me.
That's the one. That's it though. Everybody has their own story and their own thing that they're going through, and that's what I love about music. Is like you can be telling a story, and the same thing we do with interviews. Like it'll be people that have the most that are the most viral and that have the biggest names, and then it'll be other people that hit me like, y'all really like that story that so and so told. Like they'll tap into different people that are on the show. I'm like, damn, you like that interview? Like. It's just crazy how that works. So I can imagine it's that with the songs too. Yeah,
it's always like that. Some songs that I feel like I'm really, really vibing with that maybe people wouldn't understand. I probably would never see the light of day. You know what I'm saying? But that touches my soul a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, damn, man. Well, look, we appreciate you coming on through. I know you got to head back to Joshua Tree, man, and complete this music.
It was your faithful ass.
He hot. He's
your faithful ass out of here,
bro. Like, just dodge that bullet, bro. Congratulations on everything, brother. You know what I'm saying? We look forward to what's going on, what's next, and I know we'll have you back up in here, man. Continue to tell that story.
Definitely.
And I'm glad that we set this up because it's some shit for the culture. You know what I mean?
For the culture.
For the culture.
For the culture.
All right. So I want you to look into the camera and say something to your girl.
You know what it is.
Yeah.
The new EP is out right now. Ignorance.
West Coast.
Man, Katori Walker. It's Homegrown Radio. Chuck Dizzle DJ Head. And we about.